A real estate agent is a key part in selling your home. Not just selling your home, but getting the price you want, the terms and conditions you want, and other items or other terms and conditions that you may have. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 6 reasons why you may want to use a real estate agent and why they play such a big role when it comes to selling your house. Selling your house is one of the biggest transactions you will do. An average American's biggest transaction is buying or selling a house. So when it comes to buying or selling a house, in this case, selling a house, you may want to use the expertise of an agent. So let's talk about the 6 reasons. Number 1, realtors or real estate agents in your local neighborhood have the local market expertise and what's going on in the market. Trends keep changing, especially in the last 2 or 3 years. And with the COVID hitting us in 2019, 2020, the whole industry has changed, not only for the buyers and sellers, but also what the agents do to sell a house. They know the trends. They know if there are multiple bids coming or if there are multiple bids going on right now, which they are as of July 2023. There are a lot of multiple bids going out there, despite the fact that in 2021 and 2022, all the media and all the naysayers were saying there's a market going to crash, prices are going to go down, and hell's gonna break loose. Well, guess what? It's July 2023. We are still having increases in prices. We are still having bidding wars, and prices are still going up despite the high inflation and despite the high interest rate. And most of your local realtors or agents like myself know what's going on. One thing I knew 5, 6, 7 years ago is there was going to be a big housing shortage. And guess what? I just went to a real estate seminar yesterday or a real estate conference yesterday, and what they are saying is that the shortage is going to be here for a while. How will that impact your real estate buying and selling needs? Well, it's not going to change anytime soon. So that's why you need a local market expertise. You need the experience of realtors or real estate agents because they know what's going on more than what the consumers know, because they talk to realtors every day. They talk to buyers and sellers every day. They attend sessions like I do. So they are ahead of the game. Number 2 reasons why you want to use a realtor, and one of the most important reasons, is to set a price on your home. Of course, as sellers, you may have your opinion on how much you want for your house. Maybe you want $1 million and the house is worth $800,000. So your agent will tell you, hey, it may not sell for $800,000 or it may not sell for $1 million, which you want, but the comps are close to $900,000. So there's a negotiating and there's a price valuation going on. The other reason you want to use a realtor, especially in this social media market, social media age and the internet age, is they have made you really confused. But there is data out there that is true and there's data that is out there that is fake. Let me give you an example. For example, I'm sure you've heard about Zillow. I'm sure you've heard about Realtor.com. I'm sure you've heard about Redfin. You probably even used it or went on the website. But let me tell you how confusing even these 3 major websites are, not only to us agents, but to buyers and sellers like you. Here's an example I'll give you. This is a random house I chose. It's in Anaheim Hills, California. And I put in the value in Zillow, and the Zillow says that the value of this home, it's actually a 4 bedrooms, but they say it's a 3 bedroom. So they're off their data right there. And it's about 2,500 square feet. And the price they're suggesting or as estimate is $1.218 million. Redfin, for the same house on the same day or the same 5 minutes, because the data changes every time, is estimating for this house at $1.297,250. And Realtor.com is saying that the same house in the same time, within a few minutes, this house is worth $1.017 and $144. Holy, well, you know what I want to say. They're off in their valuation by $250,000. One is saying one thing and one is saying another thing, and there's a difference of 15% to 20%. Now here's a question. If you're a seller, I'm sure you want the highest price, 1.297. But here's another question. If you're a buyer, you would say, hey, Realtor.com is saying it's 1.017, so I want to buy a house at 1.017. And you as a seller are saying, well, Redfin is saying it's 1.29, so I want 1.29. $262,000 and $106 difference between the high and the low on these major websites. Not counting other websites that you go to, there might be 10 different variations. That's why you need a local realtor who can pinpoint the values, because the online values are just artificial. They don't know what's going on. In this case, they're off by a bedroom. I know this house very well. I've been to that house, and it is a 4-bedroom house, not a 3-bedroom house. So they're off in the data and way off on their pricing. That's why you need to use a real estate agent. Third reason to use a real estate agent is because they can expose your home and marketing to the maximum number of people. And there's two kinds of marketing. One is marketing where you put it on Zillow, like I talk about. I don't like Zillow and because they're off, but you want to put it, you want to do videos, you want to take pictures, you want to do staging, etc. That's marketing. Once the house hits the market, they're going to talk to their database of agents. They're going to talk to their database and their big emails they have over the potential buyers. They're going to do open houses. They're going to send out flyers. They are going to do social media marketing on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, and all those to get property exposed. To get your property exposed to as many buyers and agents as possible so you can get the maximum value on the property. But the other reason you want to use a real estate agent is what we call the pre-listing marketing. So before it hits the market, there's questions like, how much staging do you have to do? Does staging increase the value of a property? Yes, staging has proven that it sells up to 17% higher or 17% faster, and you usually get anywhere from 2 to 3% more depending on what kind of staging you do. The other question is, okay, you haven't changed the carpet in years and years and years, or you haven't painted your house in years and years. And right now we know in July 2023, the painting prices, the labor prices, carpeting, flooring, everything is very expensive. So should you spend $20,000, $30,000 to bring your house up to date, or should you sell it as it is and not spend the money? So they'll give you insight on your rate of return on the what we call cleanup on the house that you're going to do, the curb appeal that you're going to do. You haven't mowed your lawn in years, your front yard is a mess. Should you make it green? Should you put planters in the front, etc., etc.? So marketing is twofold. One is before you put it on the market, and one is after. And your local real estate agent will be glad to help you. By the way, I'm in Anaheim Hills, Orange County, California. If you need a realtor to talk to, or a real estate agent that you need to talk to in your local neighborhood, direct message me and I will refer you to the top 3% of the agents in the nation, because I belong to the network of top agents in the nation, and I can refer you to those agents at no obligation to you. The fourth reason you want to use a real estate agent is because they know the local market insights and trends. Markets change all the time within few months, etc. Of course, they don't change drastically, but they know what's happening. Right now, there are bidding wars going on. So if you were to sell your home, what price should you market your home at? Like I mentioned earlier, Zillow and Redfin were off by $250,000 on the same house. So what's happening in your local neighborhood? Are the prices going up? Are the prices going down? Are the prices holding? How many days on the market will your house take to sell before you get an offer? Are the buyers asking for closing costs? Are they asking for repairs? Are they asking for other terms and conditions? What's going to happen 6 months down the road? Should you wait to sell now? Is the market going to be better in 2024, or is it better for you right now? So if you were buying and selling, should you buy now and wait? So they know ahead of time. Most of them do. So you can get an expert insight on what they think on the market's happening and what's best for you. Because you may want to sell your house and buy another one. Some people may not want to buy another house. They just have to sell a house because they're going to stay with their kids, or they're going to stay with their parents, or they have a second home. So each scenario is different, but little things make a big difference. Are the interest rates going to go up? There's a thought out there, or there's this prediction out there that in the third and fourth quarter, the interest rates are going to go up before they go down in the springtime. What that means is that if the interest rates go up, the housing market will slow down. Yes, the number of sales is slow this year, significantly slow, but there's two reasons for it. Number one is a big shortage of homes, so that's why the number of sales are down. And of course, the interest rates, the higher interest rates have thrown a lot of buyers out of the picture of buying. So if there's another increase, more buyers will be kicked out of the housing market. And when they come back in spring, hopefully they do come back in spring, a lot of buyers will come in, and a lot of the sellers who are not putting the homes on the market will put it in the market and themselves become buyers. So you need to know ahead, 6 months, 3 months, a year ahead, what's happening on the market. Then based on their decision, or based on what they inform you, you can make a better decision whether you should sell now, wait, buy and sell, etc. So use their local expertise. I highly recommend it. Key reason number 5 is that when it comes to selling a house, especially in California, I'm in California, when we sell a house, there's tons and tons of paperwork. There's at least 20, 30 forms we have to fill out. The purchase contract itself is about 16 pages. The statewide buyer agency disclosure is 16 pages. Then we have 10 or 15 other disclosures. So do you know all the fine print? Do you know all what that means? What is a market conditions report? Do you have to fill out a Megan's Law report? Do you have to fill out a lead-based report? What are the disclosures that the seller has to make as far as fire hazard, flood hazard, earthquake hazard, etc., etc.? So when it comes to selling a house, and of course also buying a house, there's a lot of paperwork to be done. These realtors like myself are familiar with all those paperwork. Of course, they vary from state to state. But in California, I'm very aware of all the paperwork and what are requirements as far as disclosures, what are the fire codes, earthquake codes. LA County differs from Orange County, and the laws or the disclosures in Riverside County, California, varies from the ones in Los Angeles County. So there's a lot of things they have to know or they know. Not only that, but when it comes to the fine print, you have to be careful when you write an offer. Most sellers, along with their agents, are going to give you a counter offer. Are you understanding what the counter offer means? I just wrote an offer last week, or actually 3 weeks ago. There were 13 offers, and luckily my buyer's offer got accepted. But one of the things the listing agent countered to my buyers is that they have to remove all contingencies within 10 days. It's a 30-day escrow, but they have to remove all contingencies. That means after 10 days, they have to sign a form called contingency removal. And after 10 days, once they sign that form, your deposit, in this case, he put $40,000 deposit, becomes non-refundable. And guess what? I pointed that out and I countered back that we will remove all contingencies in 10 days. Your disclosures, your lead-based paint, checking with the city for rents, checking with the city for laws, etc. But we will not remove the loan contingency. We need 15 days. Actually, we need 17 days. One week because there was July 4th weekend, so we were going to lose 1 or 2 days. And right now the lenders are very busy, and this buyer is self-employed, so it takes a lot more paperwork to get him approved. And what if he cannot get approved in 10 days? So based on the lender's recommendation, we asked for 15 days and we got the 15 days. So that way I did not want to risk my buyers losing not only the deposit, but possibly losing the house if he could not perform. So little things like that come a long way. And you as sellers may not look at the smaller things, but the real estate agents have done this for a long time. They know what to look for. They know what to expect from agents, from sellers in the counter offers and in offers and during escrows. When we are doing repair work or doing an inspection, can you ask them for repair work? Can you ask them for termite work if there is? And in this market, a lot of sellers are not giving those credits, but you have to ask a way to do it. So those are a little things, a little nuggets will help you maximize not only on your pricing, but also other terms and conditions. And those fine prints, you have to watch out for those. And they know some of those, and they actually expect those fine prints in return when they bring you a counter offer or any other terms and conditions. Number 6 key reason to use a real estate agent is because of their negotiating experience and negotiating expertise. Like I mentioned earlier in the fine prints, this falls into the same category. There is negotiating happening all the time, not only during looking at the property. If you want to see a property, you have to kind of negotiate. Hey, can I come at 2 o'clock? Can I come at 3 o'clock? And then it all starts with the counter offers, with the terms and conditions that they come back with the disclosures they come back with. The house I just mentioned to you, the open escrow 3 weeks ago, which had 13 offers. On the disclosures, we did not know, but we found out during inspection that there was certain part of the home that was not permitted. So we found that out and we approached the sellers on what happened and said, well, when we bought the house, this was like this. And whoever did that permit extended the garage area and it was not done to fire code. So because of that, we asked the seller to repair those or fix that because it was a fire code and we could not get insurance if we don't do that because it was an unpermitted extension. So we negotiated with the sellers for my buyers and we were able to get credit. So after close of escrow, my buyer is going to do the correct wall, the correct fire door entering from the garage to the house. So little things like these make a big difference. So using an agent helps you a lot. I know you could be thinking about selling for sale by owner, but did you know that statistically there is more lawsuits on for sale by owners and they net less when they sell on their own versus using an agent? And also 90 to 95% of all the homes are sold through realtors or real estate agents. So there's a reason that they are, quote, experts in what they do. They've been doing this for a while. They know all the little things to expect. So using an agent is very key. When you sell your home, I hope you do. And if you need a referral in your local area, please email me. My email is in the description or on the screen, and always direct message me.